putting in this pan liner.
Pan liner? That sounds like something that you do in the kitchen.
Yeah. Oh, this is super thick, like a PVC kind of material.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So makes it waterproof.
And what does that cover? The floor?
Yes, it comes up on the sides, all the way around.
How far up?
6 inches up.
6 inches up.
So, and then the tricky part is covering the drain. And then you got to cut some holes. You got to cut a couple little holes for the screws. And then a bigger hole for the drain actually to go in. So, and then you nail it in place of the upper edges only, because you don't put any holes near the bottom. So, like 5 inches up, we'll put some roofing nails. The guy said, "Well, how much do you need?" And so he went to the register to get a ticket to write all the numbers on and stuff. And then he came back. He goes, "So, how much did you get?" And I said, "Oh, 7.5 feet." He goes, "How much did you get?" I said, 7. He goes, 7 feet, right? I go, "Yep, 7 feet." And then I'll put the bolts in, and then a couple little slits here. Put this on, then we'll put the weep hole protector. So these are little weep holes here.
Okay.
These little slots on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't want to get mortar completely packed in around on top of this. So I've got this. And some people use pea gravel. They like pile up a bunch of pea gravel over the top of it to keep it. So when you put the mortar on, then there's nice holes in there for the water to weep through. I got this thing to just stick on there like that. So it protects the...
A fancy hat.
Yep. So this gets screwed down.
Okay.
Or it actually just gets pushed down. This is the actual drain that then gets screwed in here.
Okay.
And we can adjust it to the thickness
Okay.
of your shower pan.
Your tool of choice, a little mini soldering iron.
Soldering iron, hot.
To poke holes into the drain without cutting too much at one time. This will give you a lot of control.
So the trick is not to let go, so you don't.
Uh-huh.
Boom.
Boom.
I would have made that just a little bit.
What's that piece? Oh, goes through. I see.
Although If you put the level on it.
That's perfectly level.
Perfectly level. Okay.
I said it's perfectly level like that.
Oh.
Pretty cool.
Special delivery. Okay. It's not an official project until you stop at the booze store. Wait, I thought you went to the hardware store.
Is that I was supposed to go there?
So you had an epiphany in the car, and I'm not going to be happy about it.
Well, what I'm thinking is what's going to happen. It's not going to be tight here, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be plate. The water can get under there still, and it's going to get on top of here. You know, it might not all just drain in there. It might leak around a little bit, and then it's going to flow that way. There'll always be water down there underneath the mortar.
Oh, underneath the mortar.
Well, like in the mortar or whatever. It's always going to want to wick that way.
Mm-hmm.
If I just do the mortar on there. And that's my worry is that because you've got these wheat poles or pea gravel, whatever you want to put in there,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to hit this plastic thing and it'll just dribble that way.
Oh, I just thought the mortar was like a perfect seal, I guess. I didn't think you'd be able to get any kind of water underneath it.
No, well, there isn't. It's not a perfect seal because this will be down as far as it will go. The mortar will come in here.
Mm-hmm.
And the tile will be just a little bit, like an 1/8 of an inch above the drain. I guess if I make sure the tile is on top of the drain.
Can you seal it, like a caulk it, or?
It might work. I don't know what the long-term risks of the water. If the water slowly gets seeped under there, what's the long-term risk?
Probably mildew, maybe.
Yeah.
Mildew growth.
Well, the other thing I could possibly do is this might be an option. I can put the red guard. I've got the felt, so I can make a lip that goes over like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's an option. I can put a bead of silicone in here, and then I can do the red guard over, and then I can paint the red guard on top of the felt.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's quite a collection of shims right there.
Yeah. So I got this all in, and then I'm realizing that the floor is not level. I didn't really check that ahead of time.
You're always checking the level, though.
I know, but I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking.
So why is that a problem with the floors? I mean, it looked like it was level earlier. When you put the level on it.
Yeah, but it drops in this corner. So now I've got this pan liner. Ideally, it's going to be super waterproofed with the red guard. But if water gets in, if it gets to the liner, it's going to flow this way, and you'd have a constant puddle of water down here, which would be bad.
Whoa. Okay.
So
even though it's waterproof, it's bad to have water.
Just standing water. I think it would deteriorate the tile eventually. It would just come apart.
The mortar?
The mortar or the tile would start breaking. The adhesion of the tile to the mortar would start breaking down.
Uh-huh. Or the mortar would just stay damp.
Yeah. Get moldy and stuff. So
there's no way to waterproof that drain so that doesn't happen?
I don't think you could do it well enough. So I looked up the Odie Whip site, and so you really need to put a mortar bed below the pan liner itself, so that I can use these to slope the first mortar bed liner to the drain. Then you put the PVC liner on top of that. Then you put another mortar bed, another equal thickness mortar bed. So that one doesn't have to be sloped because the one below it's already sloped.
Okay.
Right? So it just has to be an even thickness. So 1.5 inches right to the drain.
Okay.
Or 2 inches. Whatever.
So you're saying that you can't really compensate, even though you're putting a mortar bed in on top of the liner, you can't compensate for the pitch in that corner.
I could compensate for it, but that's not going to eliminate the water wanting to migrate to this corner.
Oh, okay. Underneath.
It would be on top of this liner, but
Okay.
it would be under the mortar.
Okay. So even though the water is going to all pitch towards the drain, there's a possibility over time that water underneath the mortar bed seeps into that corner and causes problems over time. Nothing we would know for 10 years, but...
Yeah, maybe not 5, whatever years, but it's like a good 1/2 inch difference from here to there.
Okay.
So
you just didn't do it that way initially because you thought it was level?
Yeah, I just wasn't thinking about the levelness of it.
Okay.
You know, I was thinking that we're pitching the water there,
right?
But then it dawned on me that water could get under this area here and migrate back.
Okay.
That was the aha moment where I'm like, this is stupid, dumb. So, anyway.
So, okay.
So, I mean, it's not that big a deal. It only took a few minutes to put the liner in, so it'll take a few extra minutes to pull it out.
Pull it out carefully, don't rip it, and then put it back exactly because you punch those holes in the drain exactly so.
Yeah, which that won't be hard, I don't think, to line it back up. It'll take more mortar because now we're doing 2 layers, which is what's recommended, two layers. So I'll feel better about it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So let's just get it taken out, and then get a mark made. I'll use my laser level to get the outside edge again, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
So,
all right. Time to
get to work.
Demolition time.
Yeah.
Careful demolition.
Yeah. The nails I put in there are only 1 inch long, so they come out real easy.
Okay.
With a screwdriver. So, and they're it doesn't hurt the membrane at all because it's a 1/2 inch from the edge of it, so there's plenty of space.
Okay.
So it won't damage the membrane at all.
Guess it's time for a redo.
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 Yeah.
Fail.
Fail.